Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam. Namo Radhikaya Tadiyam Vihaya. Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam. Namo Nantali Namo Radhikaya
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
With us. Okay, so like this. Like this. Okay, angle towards me.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. You can do it.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Shri Radha Damodar ki jai. Yashoda Mai ki jai.
To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge and bliss, whose sharp-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter, and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her, who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances. Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with 3 lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, whose belly is bound not with ropes but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances. By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy, and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence, that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with the intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodar hundreds and hundreds of times. Although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bala Gopal in Vrindavan may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other boon besides this? O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you. O Damodar, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, please be pleased upon me. By showering your glance of mercy upon me, deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes. O Lord Damodar, just as the 2 sons of Kavira, Manigriva and Nalakavira, were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby tied with rope to a wooden grinding mortar, in the same way please give to me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. O Lord Damodar, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent rope which binds your belly. Then I offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastimes. Shri Radha Damodar ki.
Won't we do Narasimha prayer after?
Now we're going to sing the Nrsingadev prayers to Lord Nrsingadev for protection.
The kirtan in the background.
That would be a good idea.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Pralada Dayine.
Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence.
Namam Visharam Sachi Anandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Vrajamanam Yasoda Viyolukala Davamanam Aram Vishtamadhyam Tato Tutagopya Rudantam Muhurnetra Jugman Vijantam Karam Bhoja Jugmena Satam Kaletram Muhusa Sakam Padire Kankakanta Stita Graivodamudaram Bhakti Iti Krikshalilabir Ananda Kunde Sago Sangima Jantam Akyapayantam Tadi Yeshita Geshu Bhaktir Jitatam Punak Prematastam Sata Pritibande Param Deva Mukshanam Shanvadivam Gachanya Vriniham Varisharathim Idam Teva Purnata Gopala Balam Sadame Manasya Virastam Kivam Idante Mukham Bhojam Matyam Talilair Britam Kuntalai Snigdai Bhaktas Chagopya Muhus Chumbitam Bimbaraktam Dharane Manasya Virastam Alam Lakshanavai Namo Deva Damodarananta Vishnu Rasida Prabodhuka Jalati Manam Vipadisti Vrisyati Dinam Batalu Trihane Shamam Magya Edhyakshidrisha Kuveratmajobadham Daiva Jadvad Dayamojito Bhakti Bhajo Kritocha Tatha Prema Bhaktim Shakame Prajacha Namokshe Graho Mesti Damodareha Namaste Studamne Spuradintitamne Dadi Yodara Yatha Vishwasadamne Namo Radhikaya Gadiya Priyaya Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tuyam Namami Sharam Sachi Anandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Vrajamanam Jasoda Viyolukala Davamanam Aram Vishtamantyam Tato Prutagopya Jasoda Sachitananda Rupa Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brayamana Yashoda Biyo Lukala Davamana Paramishtanathyanta Todrutya Gopya Rudanta Muhur Netra Yukma Mriyantam Karambuja Yugmena Satam Kanetram Swasakam patri rekanka kanta Stita e gravio damodaram bhaktivada Iti rikshvali lavirananda kunde Sanimayanta nakapyajanta Tadiya sita gyesu bhaktarjitatva Puna prematastam sapta vritivande Idante mukam bojanatyanta nilai Britam
Down with the rest? Okay, I'll play Gurgalas. I'll play the Gurgalas. What do you want to play? Vedanga? Yeah, but you have to sit next to me. Guys. I don't know how to. Down the rest is hard, isn't it? Yeah. I can play the word.
Ne.
Oh, you want the writing? You want the words?
Bolo Shri Yashoda Damodara ki, Radha Gokula Nanda ki, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shri Shri Gauranitaya ki. Namabhishwaram Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Namabhishwaram Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yashoda Biyolu Kala Tavamana Rudantamohornitra yumamrijata Karambojayudmena shantankanetram Mohashvasikam patririkakakantha Sitagrevam damodaram bhaktivadam Yeti Driksvalilatirananda Koti Sagosham Nimajanta Makya Payantam Shitagishu Bhakajitatam Muna Prema Kastam Shatavrittivande Varandeva moksham na moksham vadima Nachanyam radeham varishadapiva Idam deva puranatha Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Yashoda Damodara, Yashoda Damodara, Yashoda Damodara, Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Shri Radhe. Shri Shri Yashoda Damodara ki.
To the Supreme Controller who possesses an eternal form of blissful knowledge, whose glistening ears swing to and fro, who manifested himself in Gokula, who sold the butter that the gopis kept hanging from the rafters of their storerooms, and who quickly jumped up and ran in the retreat in fear of Mother Yashoda, but was ultimately caught to that Supreme Lord Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances. Upon seeing his mother whipping stick, he cried and rubbed his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes were fearful and his breathing was quick. And as Mother Yashoda bound his belly with ropes, he shivered in fright, and his pearl necklace shook to the Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances. The super excellent pastimes of Lord Krishna's babyhood drowned the inhabitants of Gokula in a pause of ecstasy. To the devotees who are attracted only to his majestic aspect of Narayan and Vaikuntha, the Lord Narayan reveals, I am conquered and overwhelmed by pure loving devotion. To the Supreme Lord Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances hundreds and hundreds of times. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for liberation, nor eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon. My only prayer is that your childhood pastimes may constantly appear in my mind. O Lord, I do not even want to know your feature of Paramanta. I simply wish that your childhood pastimes may ever be enacted in my heart. O Lord, the cheeks of your blackish lotus face, which is encircled by locks of curling hair, have become reddened like bimba fruits due to Mother Yashoda's kisses. What more can I describe than this? Millions of opulences are of no use to me, but may this vision constantly remain in my mind. O ultimate Vishnu, O Master, O Lord, be pleased upon me. I am drowning in an ocean of sorrow and I am almost like a dead man. Please shower the rain of mercy on me. Uplift me and protect me with your nectarine vision. O Lord Damodar, in your form as a baby, Mother Yashoda bound to you, a grinding stone with a rope for tying cows, then freed of the sun Kuvara, Mangrava and Nakuvara, who were cursed to stand as trees, and you gave them the chance to become your devotees. Please bless me in this same way. I have no desire for liberation in your influences. O Lord, the entire universe was created by Lord Brahm, who was born from your abdomen, which was bound with a rope by Mother Yashoda. To this rope I offer my humble obeisances. I offer my obeisances to your most beloved Srimad Radharani and to your ultimate pastimes.
दामोदर ने नहीं चाहिए आज। मेरा फोन कहाँ है? मेरा फोन कहाँ है? I left it here. Oh, thank you. How did you get that? Oh, okay. Yeah. What is it?
I need to translate myself.
Translation we have.
Okay. Hare Krishna. I'm going to sing Vrajadham Mahima Mrita. It's just the glories of Vrindavan. Jayo Radhe Jayo Krishna Jayo Vrindavan Jayo Radhe Jayo Krishna Jayo Vrindavan Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohan Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohan Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Kali Nandi Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahavan Kalini Yamuna Jaya Jaya Mahavan Keshikatavansi Bata Dvadasakana Keshikatavansi Bata Dvadasakana Jahan sab leela kara dhenu vasagan Jahan sab leela kara Shri Nanda Yashoda Jayo Jayo Gopagan Yashoda Jayo Jayo Gopagan Shri Damadi Jayo Jayo Dhenu Vasagan Shri Damadi Jayo Jayo Dhenu Vasagan Jayo Vrishabha वृंदावन जय जय कृष्ण सखा बटु द्विज राज जय कृष्ण सखा बटु द्विज राज जय राम घाट जय रोहिणी नंदन जय राम घाट जय रोहिणी नंदन जय जय वृंदावन बसी जत जन जय जय वृंदावन बसी जत जन जय द्विज पत्नी जय नाग कन्यागण जय द्विज पत्नी जय नाग कन्यागण भक्ति तेज हार पाला गोविंद चरण पाला गोविंद चरण श्री रस मंडल जय जय राधा श्याम श्री रस मंडल जय जय राधा श्याम जय जय रास लीला सर्व मनोरम जय जय रास लीला सर्व मनोरम जय जय उज्ज्वल रस सर्व रस सार जय जय उज्ज्वल रस सर्व रस सार पर की अभावे जहाँ ब्रजेत प्रचार पर की अभावे जहाँ ब्रजेत प्रचार श्री जानव पद पद्मां कोरिया स्मरण श्री जानव पद पद्मां कोरिया स्मरण दीन कृष्ण दासे कोहे नाम संकीर्तन नाम संकीर्तन जय राधे जय कृष्ण जय वृंदावन जय राधे जय कृष्ण जय वृंदावन श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जय राधे जय कृष्ण जय Jaya Vrindavan. Shri Shri Vrindavan Dham ki Jai. Translation. All glories to Radha and Krishna and the divine forest of Vrindavan. All glories to the three presiding deities of Vrindavan, Sri Govinda, Gopinatha, and Madan Mohan. All glories to Shamakund and Radhakund, Govardhan Hill, and the Yamuna river Kalindi. All glories to the great forest known as Mahavana, where Krishna and Balaram displayed all of their childhood pastimes. All glories to Keshi Ghat, where Krishna killed the Keshi demon. All glories to Vamsivata tree, where Krishna attracted all the gopis to come by playing his flute. Glories to all of the 12 forests of Vraja. At these places, the son of Nanda, Sri Krishna, performed all of his pastimes. All glories to Krishna's divine father and mother, Nanda and Yashoda. All glories to the cowherd boys headed by Sri Dama, the older brother of Srimati Radharani and Angamanjari. All glories to the cows and calves of Vraja. All glories to Radha's divine father and mother, Vrishabhanu and the beautiful Kirtida. All glories to the Purnamasi, the mother of Sandipni Muni, grandmother of Madhumangal and Nandimukhi, and beloved disciple of Devrishi Narad. All glories to the young cowherd maidens of Vraja. All glories to Gopeshwar Shiva, who resides in Vrindavan in order to protect the holy dham. All glories to Krishna's funny Brahmana friend Madhumangal. All glories to Ramaghat, where Lord Balaram performed his rasa dance. All glories to Lord Balaram, the son of Rohini. All glories to all the residents of Vrindavan. All glories to the wives of proud Vedic Brahmana. All glories to the wives of Kaliya serpent. Through pure devotion, they all obtained the lotus feet of Lord Govinda. All glories to the place where the rasa dance of Sri Krishna was performed. All glories to Radha and Shyam. All glories to the divine rasa dance, which is the beautiful of all Lord Krishna's pastimes. All glories to the mellow of conjugal love, which is the most excellent of rasa and is propagated in Vraja by Sri Krishna in the form of divine Prakriya Bhava. Remembering the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda's consort, Sri Janavadevi, this very fallen and lowly servant of Krishna, sings the Sankirtan of the holy name. Vrindavan Dham ki Jai.
Is it possible? How do you say this? Okay, that's okay. Namami Swaram Sachidanandrupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Prajamanam Namami Swaram Sachidanandrupam
Yashoda Damodar ki, Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda ki, Shri Shri Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shri Shri Gauranitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Damodar Mahatma ki. So now reading the translation, and then we'll do Krishna book class, read the sweet pastimes of Krishna. But before that, we'll read the translation of this beautiful bhajan that is sang during Kartik. And when one offers a candle, all their sins get burned away. So a very auspicious month, and you get any spiritual activity you do is times by 10,000. So it's a spiritual cell, and anything that we do that's spiritual it's magnified. And so it's the month of Radharani. And Radharani is most merciful. And yes, by pleasing Radharani, we could access Krishna. So now reading the translation. To the Supreme Controller, who possesses an eternal form or blissful knowledge, whose glistening earrings swing to and fro, who manifested himself in Gokula, who stole the butter that the gopis kept hanging from the rafters of the storerooms, and who then quickly jumped up and ran in retreat in fear of Mother Yashoda, but was ultimately caught. To that Supreme Lord, Shri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances. Upon seeing his mother's whipping stick, he cried and rubbed his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes were fearful and his breathing quick, as Mother Yashoda bound his belly with ropes. He shivered in fright and his pearl necklace shook. To this Supreme Lord, Shri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances. To those super excellent pastimes of Lord Krishna's babyhood, drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy. To the devotees who are attracted only to his majestic aspect of Narayan in Vaikuntha, the Lord herein reveals, I am conquered and overwhelmed by pure loving devotion. To the Supreme Lord Damodar, my obeisances hundreds and hundreds of times. O Lord, you are able to give all kinds of benedictions. I do not pray to you for liberation, nor eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon. My only prayer is that your childhood pastimes may constantly appear in my mind. O Lord, I do not even want to know your speech of Paramatma. I simply wish that your childhood pastimes may be enacted in my heart. O Lord, the cheeks of your blackish lotus face, which is encircled by locks of curling hair, have become reddened like bingba fruits, due to Mother Yashoda's kisses. What more can I describe than this? Millions of opulences are of no use to me, but may the vision constantly remain in my mind. O unlimited Vishnu, O Master, O Lord, be pleased upon me. I'm drowning in an ocean of sorrow, and I'm almost like a dead man. Please shower the rain of mercy upon me, uplift me, and protect me with your nectarian vision. O Lord Damodar, in your form as a baby, Mother Yashoda bound you to a wooden grinding stone with a rope for tying cows. You then feed the sons of Kuvera, Manigriva, and other Kuvera, who were cursed to stand as trees, and you gave them the chance to become your devotees. Please bless me in this same way. I have no desire for liberation into your effulgence. O Lord, the entire universe was created by Lord Brahma, who was born from your abdomen, which is bound with a rope by Mother Yashoda. To this rope, I offer my humble obeisances. I offer my humble obeisances to your most beloved Srimati Radharani and to your unlimited pastimes. Shri Damodaram Mashtakam ki
Jay. So now we have a Krishna book class. I'll quickly sing Radha Damodar, and I think I'll read the story and share some points from. And today we'll be discussing the pastime following on from this wonderful story that was described here about Krishna being bound to the Damodar Leela by his mother's, by Mother Yashoda's pure love, and him sanctioning it by his mercy. So now, so we'll be reading from the Krishna book, and before I do this, I'll start off with a quick Jaya Radha Madhav, and then share some reflections on this pastime. Krishna book, do we? Otherwise, I'll get off. Okay. Hare Krishna, thank you so much for coming. And on this very auspicious month, I'll now share a sweet pastime of how Krishna delivered 2 demigods and out of his mercy, and I'll describe how, and we'll see how by the mercy of a pure devotee, by the mercy of a pure devotee, we could access Krishna's mercy. And so before I start that, I will start off with a small prayer and Jaya Radha Madhav as well, and I'll read the story to you first. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Nandana Prajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा गोकुल नंद राधा गोकुल नंद राधा गोकुल नंद श्री राधे जय सीता राम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय सीता राम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय गौरानीताय 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 जय गौरानीताय जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद नित्य गौरा हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल श्री राधा गोकुलानंद की श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की श्री गौरनिताय की Srila Prabhupada ki. So before I start reading the pastime, I just wanted to seek blessings from Guru and the devotees present here and online that may say something useful. But yeah, mainly reading the pastime, so it'll just be a sweet pastime. So, Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shah Shri Rupam Sagajatam Saganar Ganatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sarvadutam Parijana Saitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Rugana Shri Vishakham Vitam Shra He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagat Pete Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So thank you so much for coming today on this special day. So I'm just going to bring up the pastime on my phone so I could. So you know, Krishna is. So in the beautiful bhajan we sang, Mother Yashoda, like I mentioned, had bound Krishna with her love to a wooden grinding mortar, and on the side, this pastime that I'm going to describe was going on. And the pastime's title is The Deliverance of Nalakuvera and Manigriva. So, the story of the cursing of Nalakuvera and Manigriva and thief deliverance by Krishna under the all-blissful desire of the great sage Narada is described here. The two great demigods, Nalakuvera and Manigriva, were sons of the treasurer of the demigods Kuvera, who was a great devotee of Lord Shiva. By the grace of Lord Shiva, Kuvera's material opulence had no limit. As a rich man's son often becomes addicted to wine and women, so these two sons of Kuvera were also addicted to wine and sex. Once these two demigods, desiring to enjoy, entering the garden of Lord Shiva in the province of Kailash, on the bank of the Mandakini Ganges. There they drank much and engaged in hearing the sweet singing of the beautiful woman who accompanied them in that garden of fragrant flowers. In an intoxicated condition, the two demigods entered the water of the Ganges, which was filled with lotus flowers, and there they began to enjoy the company of the young girls, exactly as a male elephant enjoys female elephants within the water. While they were thus enjoying themselves in the water, all of a sudden, Narada, the great sage, happened to pass that way. He could understand that the demigods, Nalakuvera and Manigriva, were too much intoxicated and could not even see that he was passing. The young girls, however, were not so much intoxicated as the demigods, and they had once become ashamed at being naked before the great sage Narada. They began to cover themselves with all haste. The two demigods, sons of Kuvera, were so much intoxicated that they could not appreciate the presence of the sage Narada, and therefore did not cover their bodies. On seeing the two demigods so degraded by intoxication, Narada desired their welfare, and therefore he exhibited his causeless mercy upon them by cursing them. Because the great sage was compassionate upon them, he wanted to finish their false enjoyment of intoxication and association with young girls, and wanted them to see Lord Krishna face to face. He convinced of cursing them as follows. He said that the attraction for material enjoyment is due to an increase of the mode of passion. A person in the material world, when favored by the material opulence of riches, generally becomes addicted to three things: intoxication, sex, and gambling. Materially opulent men, being puffed up with the accumulation of wealth, also become so merciless that they indulge in killing animals by opening slaughterhouses, and they think that they themselves will never die. Such foolish persons, forgetting the laws of nature, become overly infatuated with the body. They forget that the material body, even though very much advance in civilization up to the position of the demigods, will finally turn into ashes or stool. And while one is living, whatever the external condition of the body may be, within there is only stool, urine, and various kinds of worms. Thus, being engaged in jealousy and violence to other bodies, materialists cannot understand the ultimate goal of life. And without knowing this goal of life, they generally glide down to a hellish condition in the next life. Such foolish persons commit all kinds of sinful activities on account of their temporary body, and they are even unable to consider whether the body actually belongs to them. Generally, it is said that the body belongs to the person who feed it. One might therefore consider whether the body belongs to one personality or to the master, to whom one renders service. The master of slaves claims full right to the bodies of the slaves because the master feeds the slaves. It may also be questioned whether the body belongs to the father, who is the seed-giving master of the body, or to the mother, who develops the child's body in her womb. Foolish persons are engaged in committing all sorts of sins due to the misconception of identifying with the material body, with the self. But one should be intelligent enough to understand to whom the body belongs. So, at this point of the story, we understand that it's really important to recognize that, that we're this soul and not this body. And we are parts and parcels of Krishna. The body is just a covering, and it's like changing clothes. It's like a clothes, and they change every time we take a new body. Like according to our actions, we get our next body. And we'll see that these two personalities became a tree. Why? Because they decided that they would remain naked in front of a great sage called Narad Muni. So whatever we do in life will determine what we become in our next life. So it's really our actions now will determine what our next life is. So now carrying on with the story. A foolish person indulges in killing animals to maintain the body, but he does not consider whether the body belongs to him or his father or mother or maternal grandfather. Sometimes a father gives his daughter in charity to a person with a view of getting back the daughter's child as a son. The body may also belong to a stronger man who forces it to work for him. Sometimes a slave's body is sold to a master, and from that day on, the body belongs to the master. And at the end of life, the body belongs to the fire, because the body is given to the fire and burned to ashes, or the body is thrown into the street to be eaten by the dogs and vultures. Before committing all kinds of sins to maintain the body, one should understand to whom the body belongs. Ultimately, it is concluded that the body is a product of material nature, and at the end, it merges into material nature. Therefore, the conclusion should be that the body belongs to material nature. One should not wrongly think that the body belongs to him. To maintain a false position, why should one indulge in killing? Why should one kill innocent animals to maintain the body? When a man is infatuated with the false prestige of opulence, he does not care for any moral instruction, but indulges in wine, woman, and animal killing. In such circumstances, a poverty-stricken man is often better situated because a poor man thinks of himself in relation to other bodies. A poor man often does not wish to inflict injuries upon other bodies, because he could understand more readily that when he himself is injured, he feels pain. Therefore, the great sage Narada considered that because the demigods Nala Kubera and Manigriva were so infatuated by false prestige that they should be put into a condition of life devoid of opulence. So now this is we'll see that this is a great blessing given by Narad Muni. And we'll see he's being very compassionate upon Nala Kubera and Manigriva. Actually, Nala Kubera and Manigriva are great devotees of Shiva, and they've just, because of material wealth and opulence, they've lost their senses. And so in our life, it's really important to remember that if we get wealth, that we utilize this in Krishna service, or purify our wealth. And always remember this, that whatever I have is given to me by Krishna. It doesn't belong to me, and therefore we should avoid falling into this trap of that Manigriva and Nala Kubera fell into. So a person who has a pinprick in his body does not wish others to be pricked by pins. A considerate man in the life of poverty does not wish others to also be put into that condition. Generally, it is seen that one who has risen from a poverty-stricken life and becomes wealthy creates some charitable institution at the end of his life so that other poverty-stricken men might be benefited. In short, a compassionate poor man may consider others' pains and pleasures with empathy. A poor man is seldom puffed up with false pride, and he may be freed from all kinds of infatuation. He may remain satisfied wherever he gets for his maintenance, by the grace of the Lord. To remain in the poverty-stricken condition is a kind of austerity. According to Vedic culture, therefore, the Brahmanas, as a matter of routine, keep themselves in a poverty-stricken condition to save themselves from the false prestige of material opulence. False prestige, due to advancement of material prosperity, is a great impediment for spiritual emancipation. A poverty-stricken man cannot become unnaturally fat by eating more and more, and on account of not being able to eat more and more, his required senses are not very turbulent. When the senses are not very turbulent, he cannot become violent. Another advantage of poverty is that a saintly person can easily enter a poor man's house, and thus the poor man can take advantage of the saintly person's association. A very opulent man does not allow anyone to enter his house. Therefore, the saintly person cannot enter. According to the Vedic system, a saintly person takes the position of a mendicant so that on the plea of begging something from the householder, he could enter any house. The householder, who has usually forgotten everything about spiritual advancement because he is busy maintaining family affairs, can be benefited by the association of a saintly person. There is a great chance for the poor man to become liberated through the association with a saint. Of what use are persons who are puffed up with material opulence and prestige if they're bereft of the association of saintly persons and devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? So, it says, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoy, Lava Matra. I've forgotten the end, but a moment's association with the devotee could change your life. So now, this moment's association with Narad Muni, and Narad Muni being compassionate upon Nala Kubera and Manigriva, will change their life. The great sage Narada thereafter thought that it was his duty to put those demigods into a condition where they could not be falsely proud of the material opulence and prestige. Narada was compassionate and wanted to save them from their fallen life. They were in the mode of darkness, and being therefore unable to control their senses, they were addicted to sex life. It was the duty of a saintly person like Narada to save them from the abominable condition. In animal life, the animal has no sense to understand he is naked. But Kuvera was the treasurer of the demigods, a very responsible man. And Nala Kuvera and Manigriva were two of his sons, and yet they became so animalistic and irresponsible that they could not understand due to intoxication that they were naked. To cover the lower part of the body is a principle of human civilization, and when men and women forget this principle, they become no better than animals. Narada therefore thought that the best punishment for them was to make them immovable living entities, or trees. Trees are by nature's laws immovable. Although trees are covered by the modes of ignorance, they cannot do harm. The great sage Narada thought it fitting that although the brothers would be punished to become trees, by his mercy they would continue to keep their memory and be able to know why they were being punished. So, it was a benediction. So he cursed them, but he also gave them memory. So, you'll be trees for 1,000 demigod years. But, with that curse, you'll keep your memory. So, so you remember why you became that tree, So after changing the body, a living entity generally forgets his previous life. But in special cases, by the grace of the Lord, as with Nala Kuvera and Manigriva, one can remember. Sage Narada therefore contemplated that the two demigods should remain for 100 years. 100 years, sorry, not 1,000, 100 years. So, in the time of the demigods, in the form of trees, and after that, they would be fortunate enough to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face, by His causeless mercy, and thus they would be again promoted to the life of demigods and become great devotees of the Lord. After this, the great sage Narada returned to his abode, known as Narayana Ashrama, and the two demigods turned into trees, known as twin Arjuna trees. The two demigods were favored by the causeless mercy of Narada and given a chance to grow in Nanda's courtyard and see Lord Krishna face to face. So just imagine that. You're in Lord Krishna's garden, you get, as a tree, you get to observe him playing his pastimes every day. Isn't that, that's really fortunate, even as a tree, And, we'll see that actually, and we'll see that how when a dear devotee of Krishna, a pure devotee of Krishna, desires something, then Krishna fulfills that desire to, because upon his devotee's request, and we'll see that how Narad Muni is compassionate, and, Krishna fulfills the words of his devotees. So, in life, we should always aim to please the devotees. But because with their mercy and prayers, we could access Krishna. Krishna is bound by his pure devotees' love, and he listens to his devotees, So, Narad Muni being a great devotee, and now we'll hear how this happened. Although child Krishna was bound up to the wooden grinding mortar, he began to proceed towards the twin trees in order to fulfill the prophecy of his great devotee Narada. Lord Krishna knew that Narada was his great devotee and that the trees standing before him as twin Arjuna trees were actually the sons of Kuvera. And for a side fact, Arjuna trees are very, very powerful, one of the most powerful trees. And little Krishna is bound in this wooden grinding mortar. He's like 5 years old, And And we'll see that he's like, I need to fulfill my devotee's desire, my dear devotee's desire to deliver these personalities. And so we'll see how he, being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he starts dragging that wooden grinding mortar, and then he gets stuck on in the middle of the two trees, and then continues to pull, and the trees fall with a bang, and these two great personalities, Nala Kubera and Manigriva, come out. So Krishna said, I must now fulfill the words of my great devotee Narada, he thought. Then he proceeded through the passage between the two trees. Although he was able to pass through the passage, the large wooden mortar stuck horizontally between the trees. Taking advantage of this, with great strength, Lord Krishna began to pull the rope, which was tied to the mortar. As soon as he pulled, the two trees, with all their branches and limbs, fell down immediately with a great sound. Out of the broken, fallen trees came two great personalities, shining like blazing fire. All sides became illuminated and beautiful by their presence. The two purified personalities immediately came before child Krishna and bowed down to offer their respects and prayers in the following words. Dear Lord Krishna, you are the original personality of Godhead, master of all mystic powers. Learned Brahmanas know very well that this cosmic manifestation is an expansion of your potencies, which are sometimes manifest and sometimes unmanifest. You are the original provider of life, body, and senses to all living entities. You are the eternal God, Lord Vishnu, who is all-pervading, the imperishable controller of everything, and you are eternal time. You are the original source of the cosmic manifestation, which is acting under the spell of the three modes of material nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance. You are living as a supersoul in all the multi-forms of living entities, and you know very well what is going on within their bodies and minds. Therefore, you are the supreme director of all activities of all living entities. But although you are in the midst of everything which is under the spell of the material modes of nature, you are not affected by such contaminated qualities. No one under the jurisdiction of material modes can understand your transcendental qualities, which existed before the creation. Therefore, you are called the Supreme Transcendence. Let us offer our respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of you, Lord Vasudeva, the Supreme Brahman, who are always glorified by your personal internal potencies. In this material world, you make yourself known only by your different incarnations. Although you assume different types of bodies, these bodies are not part of the material creation. They're always full of transcendental potencies, of unlimited opulence, strength, beauty, fame, wisdom, and renunciation. In the material existence, there is a difference between the body and the owner of the body. But because you appear in your original spiritual body, there's no such difference for you. When you appear, your uncommon activities indicate that you're the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yeah, this little 5-year-old boy who is afraid of his mother and running away in fear, like tears flooding from his eyes. And now he's managed to break down 2 very, very powerful trees. Clearly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Krishna over here. So, no ordinary person can do that. But we'll see after that. Everybody in Vrindavan loves Krishna so much. A miracle happens, and they're just concerned that, is my little Krishna okay? Is he hurt? They were just worried that, he must have been crushed by these two trees. And Mother Yashoda is like, why did I punish Krishna? I mean, what was, and she's feeling, I'm responsible for this, And but Krishna is okay. So in the material existence, there's a difference between the body and the owner of the body. But because you appear in your original spiritual body, there's no difference for you. When you appear, your uncommon activities indicate that you're the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such uncommon activities are not possible for anyone in material existence. You, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, cause the birth and death, as well as the liberation of the living entities, and you are full with all your plenary expansions. You can bestow on everyone all kinds of benedictions. O Lord, O source of all auspiciousness and goodness, we offer our respectful obeisances to you. You are the all-pervading Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Supreme Source of Peace, and the Supreme Personality, the dynasty of Yadu. O Lord, our Father, known as Kuvera, the demigod, is your servant. Similarly, the great sage Narada is also your servitor. And only by their grace have you been able to see your personality. We therefore pray that we may always be engaged in your transcendental loving service by speaking only about your glories and hearing about your transcendental activities. May our hands and other limbs be engaged in your service, and our minds always be concentrated at your lotus feet, and our heads always bow down before the all-pervading universal form of your lordships. When the demigods Nala Kuvera and Manigriva finished their prayers, the child, Lord Krishna, the master and propagator of Gokula, bound to the wooden grinding mortar by the ropes of Mother Yashoda, smiled and said, "It was already known to me that my great devotee Narad Muni had shown his causeless mercy by saving you from the abominable condition of pride due to possessing extraordinary beauty and opulence in a family of demigods. He has saved you from gliding down into the lowest condition of hellish life. All these facts are already known to me." Obviously, Krishna knows everything. It's all his Leela. He's trying to teach us a lesson. So, don't become proud like Nala Kuvera and Manigriva did. If you're lucky enough to get lots of wealth. So, you're very fortunate because not only were you cursed by him, but you had the great opportunity to see him. If someone is able by chance to see face to face a great saintly person like Narada, who is always serene and merciful to everyone, then immediately that conditioned soul becomes liberated. This is exactly like being situated in the full light sun. There cannot be any visionary impediment. Therefore, O Nala Kuvera and Manigriva, your lives have now become successful because you have developed ecstatic love for me. This is your last birth within material existence. You can now go back to your father's residence in the heavenly planets, and by remaining in the attitude of devotional service, you will be liberated in this very life. After this, the demigods circumambulated the Lord many times and bowed down before him again and again. And thus they left. The Lord remained bound up to the ropes of the wooden grinding mortar. And thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of the 10th chapter of Krishna, the deliverance of Nala Kuvera and Manigriva. So those one or two points one or two points that I wanted to highlight here. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives this example, good example. When a father finds his child deeply asleep, but the child has to take some medicine to cure some disease, the father pinches the child so that the child will get up and take the medicine. So in a similar way, Narad Muni cursed Nalakuvera and Manigriva in order to cure the disease of material blindness. So we saw that the two young men, Nalakuvera and Manigriva, were the fortunate sons of the great demigod Kuvera. But because of their false prestige and madness after drinking liquor, they became so fallen that they were naked but could not understood that they were. Therefore, because they are living like trees, for trees are naked but not conscious, these two young men received the body of trees. And this was the proper punishment. But nonetheless, after they became trees, and they were released by the mercy, by Narad Muni's mercy. Like I said. And usually a tree has no consciousness. When cut, it feels no pain. But Narad Muni wanted the consciousness of Nalakuvera and Manigriva to continue, so that even after being released from the life of trees, they would not forget the circumstances under which they had been punished. Therefore, to bestow upon them the special favor, Narad Muni arranged things in such a way that after being released, they would be able to see Krishna in Vrindavan, and thus revive the dormant bhakti. So each day of the demigods in the upper planetary system equals 6 months of our measurement. And although the demigods in the upper planetary system are attached to material enjoyment, they are all devotees, and therefore they are called demigods. There are two kinds of persons, namely the devas and the asuras. Asuras forget their relationship with Krishna, whereas the devatas do not forget. The distinction between a pure devotee and a karma mishra devotee is that a pure devotee does not desire anything for material enjoyment, whereas a mixed devotee becomes a devotee to become a first-class enjoyer of this material world. One who is in direct touch with the Supreme Personality of Godhead in devotional service remains pure, uncontaminated by material desires. Anya Vilashita Sunyam Nana Karmadi Anabritam. So although, Narad Muni had nothing to do with Kuvera and Manigriva, Narad Muni is a very dear and affectionate devotee. So you'll see that devotees, pure devotees, are very compassionate. And therefore, because he wanted them to come face to face with Krishna and get delivered, Krishna fulfilled his desire. And in this light, there's also so actually from this pastime, the main lesson learned is arrogant pride, which comes from puffed up prestige, which is deep-rooted in a madness for wealth. It gives rise to cruelty to animals, lust for women, and indulgence in alcohol. These further give rise to debauchery of the tongue, uncontrolled eating habits, and loose talking. Then come general hard-heartedness, shameless, and all sorts of disgraceful activities. Krishna very mercifully breaks down the twin Arjuna trees while tied to the grinding mortar in order to destroy all these faults. This pastime of Krishna very directly illustrates the predicament of people who are wealthy and aristocratic, but who become involved in licentiousness. It is interesting to know the remedy applied by Narad Muni, poverty, or in terms which are particularly relevant to ourselves as aspiring devotees, simple living and higher thinking. So even today, if a man who was formerly poverty-stricken gets money, he is inclined to utilize his money to perform many philanthropic activities, like opening schools for uneducated men and hospitals for the diseased. In this connection, there's an instructive story called the Punar Mushaka Bhava. Again, become a mouse. A mouse is very much harassed by a cat, and therefore the mouse approached a saintly person to request to become a cat. When the mouse became a cat, he was harassed by a dog. And then when he became a dog, he was harassed by a tiger. But when he became the tiger, he stared at the saintly person. And when the saintly person asked him, "What do you want?" the tiger said, "I want to eat you." So then the saintly person cursed him, saying, "May you again become a mouse." A similar thing is going on all over the universe. One is going up and down, sometimes becoming a mouse, sometimes a tiger, and so on. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, "Brahmande Brahmite Konya Bhagavana Jeev Guru Krishna Praside Bhaya Bhakti Lata Beach." The living entities are promoted and degraded by the laws of nature. But if one is very, very fortunate by the association with saintly persons, he gets the seed of devotional service, and his life becomes successful. Narad Muni wanted to bring Nala, Kuber, and Manigriva to the platform of devotional service through poverty, and thus he cursed them, and such is the mercy of a Vaishnava. Unless one is brought to the Vaishnava platform, one cannot be a good man. So when a sadhu chastises or punishes someone, he does not do it for revenge. So Maharaj Parikshit had inquired why Narad Muni was subject to such a spirit of revenge. But this was not Dhamma, for Narad Muni is in full knowledge of what was good of the two brothers, and he wisely thought of how to cure them. Vaishnavas are very good physicians. They know how to protect a person from material disease. Thus they are never tamaguna. Saguna samatityatan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Vaishnavas are always situated on the transcendental platform, the Brahman platform. They cannot be subject to the mistakes or the influence of the modes of material nature. Whatever they do, after full consideration, is meant just to lead everyone back to Godhead. So, in our life, I think the key thing is we must always aspire to please devotees, like I mentioned a few times. It's really, really important to please the devotees. And again, I'm saying this because by the devotees' mercy and prayers, we could get Krishna's mercy. And so thank you very much for staying today to listen to a bit of the Krishna book pastime. And now we'll be singing the beautiful Dhammadarashtakam prayer, and there'll be Gaura Arti, so please do stay. Thank you so much for coming today on this special day. Haribol. Is someone else down? I'll sing. Yeah. We'll wait a couple of minutes.
Everybody sit down, please.
So thank you so much for coming, and now we'll be singing this beautiful prayer called the Sri Damodar Ashtaka, of how Krishna was bound by the wooden grinding mortar by the love of his mother Yashoda. Shishi Gauranitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. And now reading the beautiful translation of this wonderful prayer, sweet prayer. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, he is beautifully shining in the divine realms of Gokula, who due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter, and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind him by her who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord, Shri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances. Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he's crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which are marked with 3 lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord, Shri Damodar, his belly is bound not with robes, but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances. By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy, and is revealing to those devotees who are observed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence, that he is only conquered by devotees, his pure love is imbued with intimacy, and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodar hundreds and hundreds of times. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boons which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bala Gopala in Vrindavan may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other boons besides this? O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair, is tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances to you, O Damodar, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me, by showering your glance of mercy upon me, deliver this poor ignorant fool, who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows, and become visible to my eyes. O Lord Damodar, just as the 2 sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nala Kuvera, were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you, in your form as a baby tied with rope to a wooden grinding mortar, in the same way, please give to me your own Prema Bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. O Lord Damodar, I first offer all my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent robe which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani and offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastimes. Shri Damodarashtam ki jai. Shri